everyone, Mike here for you with another tobacco review, and tonight I'm very excited to be able to bring this review to you. I'm not exactly sure if I'm the first person in the States to do the review, but I do know that I will be amongst the first. It's a brand new product here to the States, and that being Mizo Blueberry. I actually found this at hookahset.com, so big thanks to Hookahset for actually carrying it and giving me the opportunity to do the review. If you've been following this story at all, guys, you're probably aware that it's really not expected here in the States for another few months anyway. So very happy that they did have it, and since they did have it, I would kind of expect to start seeing it at other vendors as well. Again, like I say, it's not officially scheduled for a release, from my understanding, for another couple months. So either go to Hookahset, pick some up, or just start looking for it at some of your other favorite vendors if you'd like to try it out. That being said, to move on into the review, folks, the cut, it is your typical Nakhla cut, whether it be Nakhla, Mizo, El Basha, whatever. It's all going to be the same cut, kind of a coarse, choppy leaf. Does have some stems to it, but nothing out of the ordinary or worth getting upset about. Just pick them out, go amongst your business there. The Mizo line is a little bit wetter than your standard Nakhla line. I've definitely seen wetter tobaccos out there, but like I say, it is wetter than your standard Nakhla line. Hopefully you can kind of see a little bit of it there in the bag. It is dyed red, and to elaborate a little bit on that, a lot of people out there have the misconception that dyed tobaccos means artificial tasting or just not to their liking. Really not the case, folks. The reasoning that people dye their tobaccos, or companies rather dye their tobaccos, is really to impart a consistency to each batch, because tobacco leaves are all different colors, and so one batch might not look the same as the next batch, where one could be lighter and then the other one would be darker. So dyeing it just gives it a consistency from batch to batch. So hopefully that'll alleviate some concerns out there with people that have issues with dyed tobaccos. The smell, very strong blueberry smell to it. It's got a very tart note to it, which is the main thing that I'm getting. On the end of it, I'm getting just a trace of some sweetness, which really kind of indicates a candied blueberry. But overall, like I say, just because it's the tartness that I'm really picking up on it, it's more of a natural blueberry. But again, with that sweetness, it does kind of indicate a candied blueberry. Really kind of reminds me of a blueberry gum or something to that extent. Using my Syrian Noor, fancy hose, single layer of heavy duty Reynolds wrap, small Tangiers funnel bowl, 3 Coca Jamras, and I've actually been smoking on it a while now, coming up on an hour actually, so I added the wind cover. I just wanted to be able to get a good feel for the flavor before I jumped into the review. But since it is a single flavor, it's pretty much straightforward, and I think I got a pretty good idea. So here we go. Let's see what we have as far as clouds and flavor. Nice big thick Nakhla clouds, no different from any other Mizo that I've had. I'm always going to get nice clouds from them. As far as the flavor, very, very nice. It does taste like it smells. I'm getting a strong tartness to it. So that just means that it is a natural blueberry to me. On the very end of it, I'm picking up on the sweetness involved to it, and that's really where the candy blueberry comes out. but overall I'd have to say it's more of a natural blueberry with just a trace of a candied blueberry. The flavor strength of it is not as strong as the smell, but irregardless it is still very bold. I'd have to give it about an 8 for 10 as far as flavor strength. It does have a couple things I do want to note about it. If you've ever had Mizo raspberry and you ever experienced it when you're inhaling it, where it doesn't get harsh to where you can actually taste the tobacco burning, but what it really has is kind of a cooling sensation, and if you have too much heat on it and you're not expecting it on that inhale, it will just kind of hit you a little bit. Again, not harsh, but hot, and that cooling sensation just kind of grabs you. So it does take a little bit of playing around with the heat management to find out what works for you. I started with the 3 Hookah Jammers and just kind of had them hanging on the bowl, and then as time went on I moved them inward, and I haven't had any problems with it. The cooling sensation on it really kind of reminds me that of like a Hookah Frostberry. So if that kind of helps you get an idea of what I'm talking about, that's what I'm getting. It's just a cooling sensation. There's no mint involved to it. There's no mint flavor whatsoever. It's just a cooling sensation. So overall, as far as the flavor goes, like I say, it's a natural blueberry, and on the end it's a little bit candy. But overall, very, very good. I'm a huge blueberry fan. When it comes to blueberry flavors, I prefer to be on the natural side, so I'm very happy with this. I could do without the candy part of it on the very end, but like I say, it's so minute that you really have to kind of look for it, or you just kind of have to dig to actually be able to detect it. But it is there. So with that being said, I think I'll give it a 9 for 10. If it was a straight blueberry, natural blueberry flavor to it, I would give it a 10 for 10. But as is, a 9 for 10 I think is fair. Something I could see myself smoking 2-3 times a week. If I could smoke a little bit more than that, I probably would give it a 10 for 10. If you like a little bit of sweetness involved to it, then you'll probably give it a 10 for 10. Very good regardless of whether you like natural blueberry or candied blueberry. I definitely recommend trying it out anyway. Mizo is always very good about getting their flavors pretty close to what they're shooting for, if not exactly what they're shooting for. So they did a very good job with this, and I'm very happy to have it. So that being said, guys, I think that's really about all I got for it. I really can't think of anything else to say about it. Like I say, it's just a straightforward blueberry flavor. A little bit candied, but more so natural. So go and check it out. That's it, folks. Until next time, if you can, please comment, like, and subscribe. Big thanks to Hookah Set for actually having the product. And until next time, guys, smoke on.